trying to fix my background real quick. It's a little weird. And so I'm just going to make some quick adjustments so that you guys can see me well and we can get this thing rolling. So if you guys are on, please share. I'm just going to be on here rather quickly. That's the objective, is just to be on here rather quickly. Um, can't make no promises, but that's the plan. So you guys, if you could comment in the chat box, that would be absolutely dope. While I am just getting my screen going here, and we will get this cracking. How are you guys doing today? It's Friday. Thank you, Jesus. There we go. It's Friday. Thank you, Jesus. That it's Friday. It's been an interesting week. I'm not saying it's been a bad week, but it's been definitely interesting. Y'all all right from that snow? How y'all feeling? Let me know who's here this afternoon. I'm just taking a quick lunch break chat, and that's my whole objective today, is just to do quick lunch break chat with you guys and see where y'all at. Y'all safe? Y'all did your body hurt from throwing that snow yesterday? Did your snow blowers work? Tell me something. Let me know what's going on. Tell me what happened. Did it work out for you? Let your girl know. Because I'm on here just to share with y'all some lessons that I learned yesterday from the snow removal crew. Okay. I call it the unofficial snow removal crew. Okay. And hey, Sister Celestia, I'm calling it the unofficial snow removal crew because it wasn't a hired, contractor. It was nothing like that. But it was some young men from the neighborhood, right? That came around and they were on their grind. And I'm like, I learned a whole bunch of lessons from this interaction. And so I wanted to share with you guys because I thought it was interesting. And I thought, there's always a lesson in everything. No shoveling for me. Tell your story. All right. So, really quick, while you guys are chiming in, you guys know you're joining me on All Things Kingdom by Jamaica. It's chilly outside, but we own a home, right? My husband and I own a home and our two children, and we have this really long driveway. And yeah, so that presents a challenge sometimes when you're trying to get snow removal done and get it done quickly. So yesterday, right? We're chilling, I was working from home, still working. My husband is an entrepreneur, so of course his mind is going, he's creating, and we got our 1-year old and we have our 14-year-old at home, right? And so with all that happening, we're like chilling. We're working, but we're eating and resting and all that. So we're like, my husband's like, all right, well, I'll get out there soon. I'm gonna take a quick nap and then I'll get out there. So I'm like, cool, we'll come out there and help you. We can make this a family affair, whatever. Man, by like the middle of the day, we were like, yeah, I don't really feel like going out there. I was thinking about it. I was like, I really don't want to go out there, but like somebody got to do it. And so my husband's taking a nap and these young boys come knocking on the door. They come knocking on the door and they're like, "Listen, we'll do your driveway." I'm like, you know what? Bet. You know what? We'll pay you guys to come do our driveway. But let me check with my husband, right? So my husband's knocked out. One thing I've learned about my husband, he doesn't take naps. Like he's not one of those people. He don't take no nap during the day. He be about his business, right? And so for him to have taken a nap, I'm like, oh my gosh, like he's tired, right? And so while he's taking a nap, sorry guys, I'm just fixing my page here. Sorry, Sister Celestia. So while he's taking a nap, um, I go to him and I'm like, "Hun, he's half asleep, right?" I'm like, "Hun, there's some boys outside. They said they'll do the driveway for us." So he's like, "Yeah, okay." I've learned when my husband is asleep, listen, that's when you ask him for something because he gonna just say yes because he don't know what's going on. So I literally said, okay. So he said yes. So I told the boy, I'm like, all right, y'all can do the driveway. Two young black men, young boys from the neighborhood. And so I said, he said, all right, well, I said, how much y'all gonna charge us? Now, mind you, you guys know I am about business. Like I'm about operations and I'm about organization and structure and stewardship. Okay. And so I said, how much are you gonna charge us? He's like, well, people in the community been lowballing us, on the street. So I said, all right, so let's do this. I was like, I'm gonna pay you well. I said, you do your job well, I'm gonna pay you well. I said, so you go ahead and get started and we'll talk business. Rule number one, and it should have been a no at that point from this young man. Okay. Well, first of all, I have integrity, so I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to gyp them. I'm going to pay. I'm going to do right. So that's cool. But he don't know me. And so the young man's like, bet. So, they're young. They're in high school. So they're like, we're about to get some money. So they start shoveling the driveway. Now y'all saw how much snow was out there. It had to be over 12 inches, right? I'm talking about these young men doing our driveway yesterday, young teenage boys. And so they start doing the driveway and they start working. Y'all with me still? Y'all still with me? And the young boy, so number one, he didn't negotiate the price up front. Price should have been established soon as he was about to go start the job. It should have been an agreement, right? But he trusted me. He figured this lady's going to pay us. So he starts doing the work. I start just going back to chilling and relaxing and working and doing what I'm doing. And all of a sudden, probably about 30 minutes in, I was like, you know what? Let me ask them if they take Cash App or something, because I don't have any cash on me. And my husband, he didn't have any cash on him. So I go outside and I'm like, hey, y'all, you take Cash App? Now I'm talking about, if you're just joining, I'm talking about the young men who came by wanting to shovel our driveway yesterday. So the young man, so I say, you got Cash App? He's like, nah, I don't take no Cash App. I'm like, number two, if you're going to get out here and you're going to hustle and do something to be making some extra money, then you need to have multiple sources of receiving funds. That's lesson number two. I said, you don't have no Cash App? I said, you don't have no PayPal, nothing? He like, nah. I'm like, all right, but most people don't carry a lot of cash, and you said that you wanted to get paid something reasonable. That don't, people not walking around here with $40, $50. People usually got $10, $20. So you're limiting yourself right there. So he's laughing at me, and I'm like, you always remember that. If you want another stream of income, if you want to make sure your stream of income is available to your customers, you need to produce at that time. So therefore, have multiple ways that you can accept cash or credit cards or whatever. Have multiple sources of how to get your money. So I tell them that. So I go back inside. I said, that means I got to go to the bank. So I go to the bank. But when I about to go out to my car to go to the bank, y'all with me? The young men, now it was 2 young men, but now 4 young men are at my house, right? 4 young men. So I'm like, well, where the other 2 come from? So I'm watching them or whatever. The other 2 rode up on some bikes. They don't got no shovel. They don't have nothing. Now, the other 2 men that came to the door initially were ready. They had on full gear. They had their shovels. Like they knew that this was a plan, that they're going to go out here and they're going to make some money. So that's why I was like, yes, young men not going out here just playing, doing on a snow day, not just doing video games, but they about to come out here and do a little entrepreneurial ventures, right? So now 2 guys come up. They not prepared. They barely got on coats. Okay. They got on bike. They riding their bikes in the snow, snow all in the tires, everything. I don't know how you did that, but whatever. So I'm watching the interaction. Now, the 2 guys that came was not about the business. The 2 guys that came was friends on the side. So the friends is out there and they clowning around. Now they done lost focus. Oh, Lord. I'm like, okay, Lord. These young men over here doing work, but I need to teach them something. There needs to be a lesson that is taught, because you can't come and have an exchange for service for money and you playing around, right? So I'm watching them in my car and they out there horse playing around. And then they had the nerve to sit on the stoop. I'm trying to help somebody. I'm trying to help you. I'm telling you about the lessons that I learned yesterday. And for business interactions, even interacting with the youth. So I get out. Now, y'all know me, right? Like, I'm about my business, but I do have like a little edgy side to me, whatever, kind of round the way girl, whatever. And so I approached them. I'm like, what y'all doing? They're like, oh, man, what you mean? I said, who y'all? Who are y'all? Y'all, you subcontracting? So he said, subcontracting. I said subcontracting means when I initially contracted with you two, and then you brought somebody on to get the job done. That was not negotiated. Oh no, they just friends. Now you got friends visiting you on the job. Come on, somebody. We need to teach the youth. Come on. We need to teach the youth. I said, you brought somebody to the job. Now he laughing at me, but I'm serious. And I said, and then the people that you brought to the job, I said, you sitting on my car. Now, one of the guys who came that was coming to visit was leaning up on my car. And I said, are you leaning up on my car? And he said, I'm just saying, like, I'm not really sitting on it. I'm leaning on it. I said, but you leaning on my car, like on our property. What's going on? I said, where y'all go to school? Oh, they was stuttering. Oh, where do y'all go to school? We go to Windsor. All right, y'all go to Windsor. Cool. That's cool. Y'all from the neighborhood. Y'all in Windsor. Great. Now, if y'all gonna come and get some money, y'all gotta be legitimate. Y'all two approached me very professionally, but now y'all out here horsing around. So they like, all right, miss, all right, we about to go. I said, I'm gonna be right back. Now I'm telling y'all this story for a reason. I said, I'm gonna be right back. So I went to the bank. When I left the bank and I come back from the bank about 15 minutes later, they sitting on the porch chilling. Like they at their house on the front porch. Now at this point, I see my husband in the window looking like he about to come out in Rex and Effect, okay? Y'all don't know about Rex and Effect if y'all ain't from the 80s. But he looking out the window like he about to come out there, like what's going on. So I go in real quick to intervene, see what's going, let them know what's going on. I said, hun, these are these young boys. This is the ones I told you was about to come out here and do the shoveling. So Latoya laughed. I said, they about to shovel. He said, oh, because they just sitting on the stoop. I didn't know what was going on. I said, yeah, blah, 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 blah. I explained, got him up to speed. So he was like, cool. So I go back outside. I said, y'all taking a 45-minute break? I said, y'all ain't been working for an hour. Y'all taking a 45-minute break? So they mad at me now. They like, oh, we done hit the wrong house, blah, blah, blah. I said, I'm not about to get, I said, every minute y'all sitting on this porch, I'm deducting $1 from my fee. I'm laughing. I'm being serious. I was out here trying to teach these young men about really truly operating in business excellence, right? You cannot go to somebody's house. You approached my door. You were a salesman at that point. Okay, y'all two was ready and professional when it started, but then as the project started progressing, y'all lost your professionalism. Y'all got friends coming on the job. Stop doing that. I had to tell them young men, don't bring nobody to your job. And then one of the friends that came said to me, I would have did it for 25. I said, then you gonna bring a friend on the job that's trying to steal your money? That looks shady. Now, mind you, these are young 15-year-old boys. But I said, that's shady. You brought him on the job that he gonna come back and get all your clients. Not a good look. So I'm laughing. They will remember this for life. Listen, Latoya, I'm trying to tell them. And so I get in my car and he says to me, all right, we done. I said, you done? I said, half the driveway is done. I said, we negotiated for the driveway. I said, that means I got to move my car. That means that you should have prompted me to move my car because you're now ready to do the second half of the driveway. Oh, they was mad. What do you mean? I said, yes, there's a full driveway here, sir. What did you think that this car was resting on? The grass? Drew was cracking up because I was out there helping these young men to tell them. Then I said, listen. Then one of them got up and started trying to shovel. The other one was sitting on the porch like he ain't moving. I said, sir, have you ever heard the scripture that two are better than one? I said, that means that y'all will get this done quicker if you put your gloves on and get it popping. He was like, oh, I was doing that. I was going. I said, I feel you, but I'm just trying to tell you, if y'all about to make this money, I said, y'all been at my house for 2 hours and y'all got this fee. And if y'all would have did this without the distractions of your friend, y'all could have did this in an hour if you worked together, and y'all would have been on to the second house and y'all would have got double what you got paid for 2 hours worth of labor. Come on, somebody. I was trying to show them that Y'all got distracted. Y'all got real distracted. Y'all two came out here. Y'all friends came along and they distracted you and they messing with y'all money. That's not cool. That's not cool, right? I'm trying to teach them some business tips here. That's not cool. So short of the long, they finished the work and they didn't do a good job. They didn't do a good job. And I said, you know what? I pray that these lessons in our communications today help you as you're going forward, as you're looking for employment, as you're preparing for employment. Because listen, I'm not going to go into another Family Dollar and the girl or the guy be on the phone and look at me like I'm interrupting them. They talking to their boyfriend or their girlfriend on the headset throughout my whole transaction. Not cool. I'm sorry, Family Dollar. I don't mean to put you out there like that, but it's been way too many times when I have come into multiple different locations and seen the same ratchet behavior. Not okay. Sorry, did I say ratchet? I said ratchet. That's not okay. So I think it's important for us to take opportunities like I had yesterday with these young men. Although they were salty with me, but they didn't disrespect me. They were salty with me. They heard what I had to say. They were salty with me, but I gave them cash. I paid them, even though they did a horrible job. I wanted to make sure that I kept my part of the agreement because I didn't specifically outline it to them. Now, let me tell you one other business tip. Now, this is for entrepreneurs. You can't expect employees and you can't expect people that's on your team or you're contracting with to do what you have created in your mind. You need to be specific. Specify the terms up front. Give people the opportunity to tell you, I'm all set, I'm not interested, or yes, I can do this, and you're going to hold me accountable to this. Therefore, there's an even exchange of what we're about to do. Exchange for service, exchange for funds, exchange for bartering, whatever. We are in complete agreement as to what the expectation is. I didn't outline those terms. So I didn't tell him specifically, I need my driveway to be X amount of feet. I need it to be this thick, this deep. I didn't do that. And so I kept to my part of the bargain. But these were the lessons that were learned yesterday. And I pray that these young men will learn that, listen, don't bring your friends to work no more. And listen, look, watch your company. Watch your company that's going to go around you and try to take your business. Okay. Okay. But shout out to the young men in Windsor. I was really impressed by the fact that they got up on a snow day and went out there to try to make themselves some money. And so kudos to their parents that let them come out and do that. And I hope more people take initiative. I hope more young people take initiatives to really see what they can do and what they can create. And so, yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. This is my fun little story for the day. But yeah, our driveway is a hot mess. My husband had to go back out there. I'm sure he was not happy. He's like, did we pay for this? Yeah, we paid for this. I love y'all. God bless you. I'll see y'all later. Have a great rest of the day. Happy Friday. Peace.